Antibody testing shows hundreds of thousands of Angelenos could unknowingly be infected with COVID-19. A USC scientist explains the test results.
Social distancing is disrupting everyone's routine. How someone with autism is coping with this change.
And a new trend on Instagram and TikTok is allowing athletes to show off their skills.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
Although I report every day that we have thousands and thousands of people that have tested positive, the serology testing lets us know that we have hundreds of thousands of people that have already developed antibodies to the virus.
Results from USC LA County antibody testing shows COVID-19 has spread through LA County much more than we thought. I'm Caleb Michael reporting from Brentwood.
And I'm Nicolette reporting from West Hollywood. More than 800 people took part in this study. The lead USC scientist says he's not surprised by the results.
The main conclusion is that about 4% of the more than 800 people we tested positive. We expected the number of infections to be higher than the number of confirmed cases because there is evidence from prior studies that people might have asymptomatic disease. And even though testing is ramping up, we are not testing everyone with symptoms.
863 adults participated in the study between April 10 and April 14. Overall, the study estimates between 221,000 and 442,000 adults may have been infected at some point with COVID-19, regardless if they have ever been tested or showed symptoms. The LA County Department of Public Health reinforces the importance of physical distancing.
It does, for me, reinforce the need for everyone to continue to stay home, to observe all of our physical distancing requirements, because there are many, many people throughout the county who are positive for COVID-19 who may not be showing any symptoms.
In LA County, there are now more than 13,800 cases of COVID-19 reported by the CDC. And 617 deaths. LA Mayor Eric Garcettis unveiled his proposed budget for the 2020-2021 fiscal year beginning July 1st. His plan incorporates furloughs for all civilian workers for 26 days. This equals an approximate 10% pay cut. Police officers, firefighters, sanitation workers, librarians, and staffers at the Department of Public Safety are excluded from the furloughs. Meantime, LAUSD Superintendent Austin Buettner says the district faces $200 million in costs to train educators, provide internet access for students, and fund more support programs.
At the outset, we said we're going to do the right thing for students and families and the right thing for our employees who serve students and families. That remains our objective. The Board of Los Angeles Unified will be meeting in the coming weeks to review these issues and make any final decisions about the budget for the coming school year as the state issues further guidance.
USC Dormside conducted a study to track the experiences of Americans during the COVID-19 pandemic. The results show people of color and women have been disproportionately impacted. We spoke to a researcher to find out why.
My hypothesis is it has to do with the types of jobs where you see a higher percentage of certain racial and ethnic groups. So, due to historical disadvantages and access to educational opportunities and employment opportunities, we know that there's a problem of racial and ethnic discrimination in the labor market.
Additionally, 15% of people are experiencing job loss. However, this figure is 21% for African Americans, 18% for Latinos, and 17% for women. Lack of access to unemployment benefits is also more of a problem among African American and Asian Americans, and people with a lower level of education. 4 new testing sites opened in LA County today in an effort to ensure lower income areas have access to testing. The new sites are located at the Good Samaritan Hospital in downtown LA, the Beverly Hospital in Montebello, the Presbyterian Intercommunity Hospital Health in Bell and Whittier.
Dornside's study abroad programs that start before August 15 have been suspended. The decision came in an email today to those who are set to attend one of the affected programs. If the spring 2021 semester continues as scheduled, the university will try to help students defer their application or choose another program. There's no word yet on whether fall study abroad programs that begin after August 15th will be canceled. A decision is expected in the next few weeks.
Many conservative groups have been holding protests, calling for stay-at-home orders and a restart to the economy. The rally started in Michigan, influencing other states to speak up and finally making their way to Huntington Beach and San Clemente this weekend. I'm Ella Katz, reporting from Chicago. Many of those participating in these protests have been vocal on social media, using private Facebook groups and hashtags like ReopenCA. Over the weekend, hundreds of protesters holding American flags and Trump banners protested in Huntington Beach and San Clemente. We spoke to a protester who participated in both rallies.
We don't need the government acting like our nanny. I want to go back to the gym. I want to go eat at my favorite restaurant. And you have people now losing their jobs and your livelihood, which doesn't look like to me like a serious sickness. It looks like a political war right now.
We also spoke to a health expert who thinks people aren't taking the stay-at-home orders seriously enough.
One of the important things that we need to know before loosening these orders is how many people actually have been tested, have antibodies to it. I think you need to be prepared before doing that to know what the risks are and what capacities you have in the hospital. If we open up and then have to go back again to stay at home, I think that's actually doing more damage.
Orlando Orange County Convention Center is the largest drive-through testing site for COVID-19 in Central Florida. I'm Alexis Gebhardt, reporting from Orlando, Florida. The testing site now has the capacity to test 750 people daily for COVID-19. As you can see, people are staying in their car while the tests are performed by providing a saliva sample. I spoke to Bailey Myers, the spokesperson for this testing site, about the qualifications needed to get tested.
Those qualifications have broadened over the last few weeks to now really encompass a lot of different groups, which include first responders, medical workers, includes those who have COVID-19 symptoms. Regardless of your age, you can come out here and get tested. If you have an underlying health condition or your child does, you can come out and get tested. And then last but not least is anyone who's been in contact with someone with COVID-19, a confirmed COVID-19 patient. These tests are completely free. You do not need insurance. Now we just need to see more people come through this line.
Schools across South Korea have been opening up their online classes in the last 2 weeks. Some have resorted to using an educational website in order to supplement its curriculum. Reporting from South Korea, I'm Alexander Song. A Korean educational company, EBS, has opened up its previously pay-to-watch website for public use. The website provides classes for elementary, middle, and high school students who can access the live channel or watch previous episodes. Schools have been using this program by assigning certain programs to its students and providing homework based on its content. Students who do not have access to electronics can request equipment from their local government.
Because this was my first online class, it was awkward at first, but I think it's a good experience. We actually didn't have a computer in our house before, so we had to quickly buy a new one for online classes. I was worried at first that she wouldn't be able to adjust quickly, or that she'd be looking at a screen all day long. But I'm relieved that my daughter focuses mostly on her studies and doing homework.
Working with children and adults with autism requires a special kind of patience and skill. I'm Kelly Miller in West Los Angeles. Here's a story about one autistic young man and his mother who are home, adjusting to the new normal.
Sit down. I want you to try your best to pay attention.
Sean Seligson is taken care of 5 days a week. He spends breakfast and lunch at a day program for autistic adults and sleeps at a group home. Sean's definitely missing his usual routine, and so is his mother.
Sean, what did we do today at 9? What did we do?
Yeah.
Did we wash all the sheets on the bed?
Yeah.
And the blankets?
Yeah.
Sean is 26 years old and has an advanced form of autism. His mom, Rosemond, is an occupational therapist and has over 30 years of experience working with autistic children and adults.
People with autism are very used to their routines, and he doesn't understand why he's not going to the day program. Why, we've had the zoo on the schedule for 2 months and why he can't go to the zoo. So I think it creates some anxiety for him because everything is different all at once.
Sean's day program, called ICANN, has been closed since the California governor's March 19 stay-at-home order. His group home, called House with Friends, is still open, but Rosemont thought it'd be best to keep Sean home, and she keeps him on a pretty tight schedule.
Eat breakfast at 6:30. And then at 9 o'clock, we do the dishes and we do some cleaning. We're just lucky we have, a big house and the electricity's on and we have enough food and toilet paper. I think we're better equipped than most.
California funds programs and services for more than 360,000 children and adults like Sean. Their teachers are still required to check in online, but it really comes down to what families can do.
The family really needs to rally around the person with a disability and give them a structured day and include them in household tasks. And I think it really depends on how much the parent understands the disability and how involved they were in the first place.
So this is the new normal for Rosemont and her son, and she wants to make sure Sean is happy good.
Sean, are you happy good or are you worried?
Happy good.
You're happy good? Okay, you want to sit down?
For Annenberg Media, I'm Kelly Miller.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Islas reporting from Los Angeles, here to give you some sports news. Now, with the MLB season start still unknown, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred is starting to allow teams to cut costs through employee wages. According to The Athletic's Ken Rosenthal, Manfred is suspending the uniformed employee contract starting on May 1st, meaning teams can furlough and cut pay of its non-playing employees. This includes major and minor league managers, coaches, front office staffers, and scouts. Since its entire season has been postponed, MLB is having a serious issue regarding cash flow and revenue, whereas other leagues like the NBA and the NHL have completed a majority of their seasons before the COVID-19 pandemic halted play. Some teams are pledging to continue paying their employees through May 31st. The Dodgers and Angels are not among those teams. However, all 30 MLB teams have agreed to pay its employees through May 1st. Now let's send it to Julia Adams for some basketball.
Thanks for that update, Liz. I'm Julia Adams reporting from Pacific Palisades, California. Twitter lit up last night with praise from basketball fans to NBA greats for the first 2 episodes of The Last Dance, a 10-part documentary series honoring NBA legend Michael Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls. The series was initially scheduled to air in June during the NBA Finals, but ESPN moved up the release after fans begged for an earlier release date amid the postponement of the NBA season due to COVID-19. And those fans, which include a list of basketball legends, were pleased with the outcome. NBA star guard Dwayne Wade tweeted, "If I had 3 wishes in life, I think I would have asked for #TheLastDance." Current Bulls forward Zach LaVine said, "I could have watched all 10 episodes right now." And praise for MJ was high. Former NBA point guard Baron Davis tweeted, "MJ was on another level." ESPN will air the rest of the 10-part series, 2 episodes a week, every Sunday until May 17th. It will even be available for international NBA fans the next day on Netflix. Caleb and Nicolette, back to you.
As part of our stay-at-home orders, common public place gatherings like funerals have also had to move online. We spoke to one woman about her experience attending a virtual service.
I felt like it was more intimate than actually being at a funeral because everyone was on camera and we could see each other's face. So we were interacting with each other rather than at a traditional funeral, you're typically sitting and facing one direction.
Couples have chosen to postpone their wedding because of the coronavirus outbreak, but one bride and groom decided to go ahead and tie the knot. The bride's brother and sister shared details about the Zoom wedding ceremony and reception.
You never really have a chance for everyone to go around and say what they love about you, and you respond to that and everyone cheers 25 times, like at a typical wedding, there wouldn't be that, that unity.
And lack of distraction in a way.
Yeah, so it was definitely unique, but like very special, and they loved it.
The Zoom wedding ceremony, only the immediate family attended. After the ceremony, all the bridesmaids and groomsmen celebrated with a Zoom reception, of course, including the bride and groom's first dance.
We're back with another Swipe Up, our newest segment on Monday nights. I'm Monica Cooper, reporting from San Diego, California, and I'm here every week talking to a new social media creator. Now, you may be familiar with some of the viral trends going around social media during quarantine. A very popular one, the handstand challenge. It started with stars like Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal challenging each other on Instagram to put a shirt on while holding a handstand against a wall. Well, Olympic gymnast Simone Biles saw the challenge and decided to put her own twist on it. Biles shared a video of herself holding a handstand while taking off a pair of sweatpants using only her legs and feet. The video got a lot of attention, and it wasn't long before people started trying the challenge on their own. I talked to Karina Pratama, a student at the University of San Diego and former competitive gymnast, about her attempt to do the Simone Biles handstand challenge.
I did gymnastics for 11 years, and one of my old teammates who also quit, she posted it on her Instagram story, and then she tagged me. So then I was like, all right, I have to give it a try. And so I was like, okay, it can't be that hard. But then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, wait, she is like the greatest of all time. It was actually really hard. I tried about probably 20 times. I got really frustrated because I feel like knowing that I would be able to do it when I was a gymnast, and then now that I can't do it anymore, I'm like, I got really frustrated, but it was just fun.
Well, that's all we have for today's Swipe Up. See you next week.
Back to the wedding story. I have a friend and her sister is getting married in July, or at least I think that's the plan for now. And honestly, I have to say, I think if I were to get married, I would probably postpone the date to sometime next year. What would you do?
I think I would probably do the same thing, but then the question becomes, a lot of people are going to be trying to do that. So it's crazy times for everybody.
That's true. Well, thank you for watching. We will continue to post newscasts right here on Annenberg Media YouTube channel.
And for more coverage on COVID-19, please head to uscannenbergmedia.com. Have a great night.